Well, coming up on today's show, we're back on the North Coast with an exciting show of things to visit and do here on the North Coast. And we're right now at Kalahari Water Park. We also stopped by Cedar Point, a couple of the favorites up here on the North Coast. There's some great shopping up here, some great wineries to visit. You don't want to miss 1 minute of today's show. Stay with us. Some great things ahead.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0, ignition, liftoff.
Well, Cedar Point's got a great new water park called Cedar Point Shores, and what a great place. A lot of changes here. We learned about that from Tony Clark, as well as, do you know what's the best day to come to Cedar Point? We'll tell you that in this upcoming segment. Well, Tony, good to have you in Cedar Point on Out and About Columbus.
Oh, it's a beautiful day to be here, isn't it?
Yeah, no question. Well, of course, the question we always ask is, what's new at Cedar Point this year?
Well, the big news is right here at Cedar Point Shores Water Park. So it's 18 acres. What we've done is we've taken our old water park, which people probably remember as Soak City, completely renovated from the ground up. So we have 4 new big attractions. There's 2 for thrill seekers and 2 for families. There's Point Plummet and Portside Plunge, our 6-story aqua drop body slide, and there's also a tube slide on that structure. And then we have Lemmy's Lagoon and Lake Slide Landing. Those are for the kids. So we have 12 pint-sized slides, 0-depth entry pool, Lemmy, our Lake Erie monster, coming out of the sand, and water features all around him, so kids can play around him as well. So not only that, but lots of food options too. Crystal Rock Cafe is a brand new restaurant we just opened this year. Lots of great food items to check out.
Is it still separate from Cedar Point? Is it 2 admissions to get into the water park versus the main park?
Yeah, it is. It's 2 separate parks, but we do have a 2-day, any-day ticket. So if you go to our website and purchase that, you can go to Cedar Point and Cedar Point Shores any 2 days of the 2017 season, and that's really the best way to experience everything that we have to offer.
Yeah. You know, of course, a lot of people ask the question, how can I get the best deal on tickets up there? And I know you got the secret to that.
We do. You know what? The best place is to go to our website, cedarpoint.com. We often run very special promotions. The best deal is there. The gate price is actually more expensive than the website. So it's also good to have that ticket in advance. You can go online, purchase your tickets, have them in hand or on your mobile device ready to come to the park and get right in. But we're always running specials and deals, especially if you sign up for our e-newsletter. You'll find out about that first. But that's the best place to go.
Yeah. You know, Tony, one of the questions that I get asked a lot too is there better days than others? Do you have days that are lighter here than other days for families that come up?
You know what? There are special days to come. Saturday is always our busiest day. So we tell guests, if you can't avoid it, if you're from the Columbus area, you want to come up, try to avoid Saturday. Sunday's not so bad. So Sunday's a great option to come up here. But typically Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday are the best days to visit if you want to ride everything and get to the water park all together.
Yeah, well, I'll tell you, it's a great experience to come up here. Really enjoy Cedar Point. Give us some contact information where they go find stuff out on the web and all that.
Yeah, go shopping for those tickets right now and get your tickets at a best price at cedarpoint.com. All your information is there, including all the stuff you need to know about Cedar Point Shores.
Fantastic. Tony, thanks so much. I appreciate it.
Thanks for coming.
Would you like your business to appear on an upcoming episode of Out and About Columbus? Send your contact information to info@outandaboutcolumbus.com to learn more.
Well, you know, as you travel 53 North, there's a sign there about Route 6 that says Rutherford B Hayes Presidential Library and Museum. And I got to tell you something, if you don't make that right turn to get out here, you're really missing it. It is a great opportunity to look at a great piece of history, and it's great for the family and kids. I talked to Christine. She told me more. I mean, I got to tell you, driving up here, just amazing to see this, just how big this is. And you know, we've been to a few of the other Ohio presidents' places, and this, I think, dwarfs them in size.
Well, this is the estate of the 19th President of the United States, Rutherford B Hayes. This is his home where he lived, and right next to the home we have a museum and library, Presidential Museum and Library, that were founded in 1916, all located on 25 beautiful acres known as Spiegel Grove. We have about a mile of paved walking trails. You can walk by the Rose Garden. The president is buried here. We have the tomb. We also have some sassy squirrels that like to eat peanuts or French fries, as you're so inclined. So there's lots to do here. It's a beautiful place to visit.
People come out, obviously some great history lessons here for the kids, but it's great for adults as well. What are some things they can do while they're here?
Well, you can tour the home, the president's home. It's a 31-room mansion, so there's lots to see. And everything in the home is original. It was here when the Hayeses were here. So you really get a sense of what it was like to live here when they were here. That's a guided tour. It takes about 45 minutes to an hour. And then right next door, again, is the museum library, the presidential library. Not only do we have the president's papers, but we've got a lot of local history collections, some other collections, Civil War collections that have some national significance. So researchers can come. You don't need an appointment or the library is free, so anybody can walk in and do research. We get a lot of genealogists. Our genealogy collection is very big in the library. And then the museum is great. And the museum is really for all ages. We've got a lot of hands-on things for kids to do. If you like to read, you can go deep in the exhibits. There's a lot to read, so you can go through and read headlines, or you can go through and read the details. So between the home, the museum, and the library, there's a lot to do.
Well, give us some contact information, a website where we can learn all about this and come up and see you.
Yes, well, our website is rbhayes.org. Our phone number is 419-332-2081. And we're also on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, so you can find us on social media as well.
Fantastic, Kristen. Well, great place. Thanks so much for having us up.
Oh, we loved having you.
The Miller Ferry has been transporting people to and from the Lake Erie Islands for generations. Katrina told us about how easy it is to enjoy the ferry and what you need to know on your next trip. Well, Katrina, welcome to Out and About Columbus. The Miller Ferry is something everybody loves to use. Tell us a little bit about it.
Well, the great thing is that we're only about 2 hours north of Columbus, so it's a short road trip for the family. And we are a family-friendly ferry. We have the lowest fares. We have free day and overnight parking. And if you'd like to bring your vehicle, you have that option. We're the only vehicle transportation to and from Put-in-Bay. So if you decide that you want to bring your vehicle, you have that option. If you want to leave it, you can leave it in one of our 5 free parking lots and walk on the ferry. And when you get to Put-in-Bay, you can rent a golf cart or a bicycle. They're all great ways to explore the island.
What do families need to know before they come to the Miller Ferry?
Well, we have the lowest fares. Adults are $7 one way, and children 5 and under are free, so it's a very economical road trip for you. And if you visit our website, millerferry.com, you'll find everything you need: maps, directions, parking information, event information. We actually also have about 100 coupons that'll help you save on your trip.
Fantastic. Well, how do we find out more information about the Miller Ferry?
Again, visit our website, which is millerferry.com, or you could call our office at 800-500-2421. And also keep in mind, we are on our summer schedule, so we have ferries every half hour until 9 o'clock at night. So it makes it very convenient for families to take a road trip, couples to take a date night, or friends to even visit for the weekend. So it's very close and convenient.
Fantastic. Thank you so much. Great information.
Thank you.
Maryland's winery started in 1880, and today it continues to move forward with a lot of new improvements. We stopped by, checked out their new restaurant and patio, and learned a lot about the history of winemaking from gin and candy. A lot of history here. I know that this winery started in 1880.
That's correct.
Tell us a little bit of the history.
Well, yeah, as you said, started in 1880 as the Manti Vineyards. And it ran like that for 100 years. And when the Mantis were here, it was more of the sweeter wines. Actually, that's all there was here. Our winemaker and my boss, Claudio Salvador, came in the mid-'80s, and the place changed totally. He started growing European varietals out on the Lake Erie Islands. North Bass is where most of our grapes are grown, as well as out here in the field and actually across the highway. And then it changed exponentially because then he introduced his specialty wine, which are things that he imports. He goes to Vin Italy, which is in Verona, every spring, and he brings back wines from different smaller winemakers there. So now people can not only taste their sweeter wines, their drier wines. Of course, we have things that are in the middle, but also they can try some of our Italian wines, and people like the variety that they get
Yeah, great history. Well, Jen, turning to you, let's talk a little bit about this new addition to Firelands Winery.
This is Osteria Augusto, and it's an exposition kitchen. It was built to host events in a place where great wine and great food come to meet. And it was Claudio, our owner's, kind of dream to have a place like this where he can feature his wines as well as fantastic food to complement them. And we also host guest chefs to come out and experience our kitchen where they can actually feel like they're on stage in a theater, showing their skills and their talent for our dinner.
Let's talk a little bit about the patio as well outside. You've got some real nice features out there as well, right?
Yes, we do. We just have a covered patio. We also have a bocce court we just put in. We also have a fire pit, and we have seating both in our covered patio and around the bocce court. And we do full service out there as well with wine and our lunch specials and for happy hour on Fridays.
Let's get some contact information. Send some folks in Columbus up here to enjoy this.
Go on to firelandswinery.com or follow us on Facebook. And our hours during the summer are Monday through Thursday, 10 to 6. And then on the weekends, it's 10 to 8, Friday and Saturday, and Sunday we're open from noon to 6.
If it's happening in Central Ohio, you can find it on our events page. onacolumbus.com will give you detailed information on everything: arts, entertainment, education, sports, theater, and more. Go to onacolumbus.com and click on ONA Events.
Well, a visit to the Northcoast would have to include a stop at Kalahari Water Parks, whether it's a day, a weekend, or a week. What a great place to come and enjoy. We even found a great new outdoor water park here. Nick told us more about all the things that you're going to find here at Kalahari. You pull of it is so breathtaking to see Kalahari and just how vast this place is.
Oh, definitely a lot to do here, especially over the summertime with the new slides.
Yeah. And I see you got this new slide open now. Tell us a little bit about that.
Sure. It's the Big 5 slide tower. So we got 5 new attractions, 3 raft rides, 2 body slides, and my favorite is the Extreme Rush. Literally, the floor drops out from below you. You drop a couple stories and come out into the drop zone right down here.
Yeah. And Kalahari Resorts actually is in other places. I mean, this is a big company, right?
Oh, yeah, certainly. We have our Wisconsin property, which originated the brand, and then we just expanded out in the Poconos in Pennsylvania, phase 2. So then we got Texas on the horizon. So very exciting times.
So you guys are the big dogs when it comes to the water park.
We'd like to think so, yes.
Well, what is there to do here outside of the water park?
Well, outside of the water park, we have the adventure park. So for a nominal fee, you can go zip lining, do the ropes course. We have the animal park, which is really close encounters with the giraffe and the zebras and different African animals. And then a couple different rock walls as well. So lots to do outside.
Sounds like a great time for the family.
Oh, definitely, definitely.
But what about dining options? Because the kids are getting hungry playing on the water park, right?
Exactly. It certainly does drive the hunger. And for those options, specifically outside, we have the Zanzibar Grill, which features some of our summer chicken salad with fresh fruits, the mandarin oranges, the blueberries, all the way to our flatbread options. And then inside for other options is our breakfast and dinner buffet. We have the Reserve for lunch and dinner, and then also our family dining Ivory Coast, which offers all 3, breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
You're making me hungry, Nick. You're making me hungry. Well, let's talk a little bit about what's the best days to come up here, and are there any deals for Kalahari?
Well, all of our best deals are going to be on KalahariResorts.com, and truly, with days like this, I mean, you can't go wrong. Any day is a great day to be at Kalahari. We do a lot of our specials that Monday through Thursday, and then the weekends, occasionally you'll find some specials out there as well.
Fantastic. Give us some contact information for those folks coming up from the Columbus area to visit you.
Excellent. Well, again, KalahariResorts.com, and you can call online 1-877-KALAHARI.
Fantastic. Nick, great information. Thanks so much for being on the show.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Delicious snacks and fantastic drinks are just a couple of the things that you'll find at the Old Fish House in Huron. You can even pull in on your boat. Chris told us more about this local favorite here in the Huron area. Gotta tell you, this place is really cool. I love it. I feel like I'm on vacation here. Tell us about Old Fish House. What do you guys make here?
Okay, the Old Fish House, we have handcraft roasted coffee from a local girl here in town. She brews Storm Mountain. I also, a lot of the younger kids, they bake for me, and older, they bring the cookies. So I try to keep everything as local as possible. And then we just acquired a liquor license, so now we have adult beverages and Bloody Marys and...
Fantastic. So what are some of your specialties that you make here?
Okay, probably on Sundays, our Bloody Mary, we have a local guy that does the juice, Paulie DeFazio. So he comes in, he also works it and makes up the Bloody Mary juice. And then on weekends, we serve breakfast sandwiches out on the dock. And so boaters pull up and get their breakfast sandwiches and their coffee. And we have lattes and espressos. And
That sounds like so much fun. So why Old Fish House? How'd you get that name?
We got a map, a chart, an old chart, and this was on there, and it was referred to as an old fish house. But prior to that, as me growing up, I always lived here. I remembered it was Joe's Bait House.
Well, there's a big sand area out back that the kids love to play in. So this is a kind of a family thing.
It is a family thing. It is. We're getting a really good crowd, a lot of locals and out-of-towners. The boats can pull up, jet skis pull up, and then we're on a birding trail, so just people walking and looking at the birds and going out to the Huron Lighthouse.
Fantastic. Well, tell us how we can find out more information about Old Fish House and come out and check you guys out.
Yeah, you can look for us on Facebook, Old Fish House Huron, and then our phone number is 419-602-4664.
Fantastic. Well, definitely, if you're coming to Huron, stop in here because this is a great local little place.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you. We really are enjoying it. We're having a great time.
Well, you know, on Lake Erie, the best way to see the islands is on the Good Time 1. What a great day of just going and visiting Kelly's Island over to Put-in-Bay. They have some wonderful evening cruises as well, and we learned all about all the packages. Plus, you know, Toby Keith is coming to Put-in-Bay, and they're a part of that. We learned more from Brooke. This is one of my favorite cruises on Lake Erie. This is an amazing cruise, and you guys just always have something new going on every year. So what's happening on the Good Time 1?
New this year, we have our Wine Wednesday cruises. We have 4 of them this summer. You get heavy appetizers and hors d'oeuvres, 5 wine tastings, souvenir wine glass, and there's entertainment on board, and it's all only $33.
You guys are cruising the islands, right? Kind of give our viewers, if they haven't seen the Good Time 1, what they're going to find here.
Yes, we have our daytime island hopping cruise. We leave Tuesday through Saturday at 9:30 a.m. We take you over to Kelly's Island. You get to visit there for an hour and a half. Then we take you over to Put-in-Bay, where you can visit for 3.5 hours. The entire trip is narrated by our captain, and you get back at 6:30 in the evening.
Yeah. It's a great way to see the islands, and it's really comfortable.
Yeah, it's nice, very relaxing. We have a full bar on board, too, keep you hydrated in whatever way you want to stay hydrated. And it's very reasonably priced. Children 12 and under are free, and then adults are only $27.55.
Well, you know the big news and big announcements out now that Toby Keith's coming to Put-in-Bay, and you guys are involved with that, right?
Yes, we are. We have ticket packages available. We actually purchased tickets for the concert, and we have a whole cruise package. So feel free to give us a call and we can get you set up with tickets for that.
Yeah, and that's going to be August 31st.
August 31st.
People that are coming up here, do you make reservations in advance? Do you guys get full? I mean, how should you handle that?
I do recommend to do an advance reservation. You can do that by calling our office, or we have an online ticketing website now too. So through our website, you can just click and you can purchase your tickets. We do have 4 island hopping cruises that are already sold out for the year, and they haven't even started running yet.
Well, give us some contact information. We get those reservations, get up here. We can see Toby Keith, take a nice island cruise, do some island hopping. Give us all the information.
Yep, you can do that by visiting us at www.goodtimeboat.com. You can call our office at 419-625-9692 and just hit extension 2.
And you can always go to onacolumbus.com and you can get a link to their website. Thanks so much, Brooke, for being on the show.
Thank you. Thanks for having us.
Like the Out and About Columbus Facebook page for pictures, video, and more on the show, including news about upcoming shows and even exclusive behind-the-scenes content. That's facebook.com/OutandAboutColumbus.
Well, located along the gateway to Cedar Point on Milan Road is Vine and Olive. And you're going to find this place pretty unique. A great selection of wines, a fresh bakery, delicatessen, and some very unique food items. We had an opportunity to talk to Ernie and learn more, but you're going to have to stop here if you're coming up to the Northcoast, because this is the only one in the country. This place is very interesting when you walk in. You know, you think it's a restaurant, but it's a whole lot more, isn't it?
Yes, absolutely. We actually have 5 different facets that we know that somebody's going to be interested in one of them. And it's a very unique establishment, especially in Sandusky. We are the only one of its kind.
What items are people going to find here?
Well, really, the fact that when you walk in the door, you have the fresh bakery. You have a little bit of flavors from Mediterranean. We have a little bit of a retail selection. Our oil and vinegar selection is fantastic. It's very high quality, and you can tell that. There's a diverse selection of samples. We have over 60 samples that you can try. But we're very proud of our wine boutique that we have behind us. Probably 85% of it you won't find anywhere in Sandusky. And the fact that you can enjoy something to eat or drink or have a glass of wine while you're shopping is very unique.
The unique items that you have in the store, can I get samples of this?
Absolutely. As a matter of fact, we encourage you. We have some items that are go-to. We have like some stuffed peppadews. We have our lamb meat for our heroes, our oils and vinegars that once you try them, we know you'll understand, appreciate the quality. So that's why we encourage you to try that. And our staff is constantly encouraging you to try samples and offering samples to you.
Do you have any specials that you run here week to week?
Well, we almost always will feature different pizzas, our heroes. We'll rotate. We have a customer loyalty program that we reward people, and that item changes weekly, and that's to allow them to engage trying something new. Because once you understand one thing that we have, and you appreciate the quality of it, you're more likely to try something else.
And if you're coming up to the North Coast, obviously a great place to stop by here. Give us some details on where we can find you and your website.
vineandolive.com. We have a great website, and we also have a fantastic Facebook page. Very engaging. It has a lot of pictures on it as well.
And address and phone number.
4917 Milan Road. Most people know it as the gateway to Cedar Point. We're on the main drag of Route 250, and right across the street from Meijer's Supermarket.
Easy to find.
Absolutely.
Thanks so much for being on the show.
Thank you.
Art and fashion, all under one roof, is what you'll find on Main Street in Marblehead. Rose told us about the focus of the Painted Rose Gallery and Madame Rosie's boutique. I want to ask you, why is it so important to you to share your art with everyone?
My art is also political, and it's also pro-life, and to me those are issues that are always on everybody's mind, but they don't like to talk about it. And in my case, I feel I can do it in a more subtle way, visually, and hopefully a person, when viewing a piece of art, can be in their own private world and contemplate what they're looking at. But on the other hand, I still have landscapes and portraits. Portraits are really important to me because I'm always in touch with people, and they're right in my face whenever I'm, doing their makeup or hair. I love to do portraits, capturing the essence of a person's personality and then having that stay for generations to come and share with, more families down the road.
As a multimedia artist, who and what have you worked on?
Well, I've worked on many stars, famous people, celebrities, and I've also worked on CEOs, politicians, and everyday people, working for a company, models, professional talent, professional actors. Multimedia means photography, theater, stage, film, television. So I cover all those arenas and all the people in them.
Well, what are people going to find when they come to Madame Rosie's boutique?
Oh, they're going to find a wide variety of fashion, everything from pajamas and nighties to evening gowns, ball gowns, furs, real furs, fake furs. They're going to find hats and shoes, purses, jewelry, you name it. If you can wear it, it's probably here.
Fantastic. Well, how can we find out more information so we can come out and visit?
Well, my cell number is 614-284-2413, and my Facebook page is also a great place to reach me and find out more information.
Fantastic. Thank you again for letting us come out and see your beautiful art and your wonderful clothing.
Well, thank you. It's been a pleasure to share it. I appreciate that.
Would you like your business to appear on an upcoming episode of Out and About Columbus? Send your contact information to info@outandaboutcolumbus.com to learn more.
Well, for the last 39 years, the Dairy Hut has been a tradition in Pataskala. Whether you're young or old, people come from miles around to enjoy some of this delicious food. We talked to Gary and Karen about what makes this place so special. Everybody always looks for those special little out-of-the-way places that just has the best food and best of everything, and this is one of them. Give us a little of the history here.
Well, thank you. Well, I'll tell you what, my dad and I, we were the last door-to-door milkman in Ohio. Back in 1979, we actually sold milk to the people that owned this place, and we told them we'd be interested in buying it if they'd like to sell it. Next thing we knew, we'd bought it. So 39 years later, here we are, and we've had a blast. It's been a lot of hard work. We've had a tremendous amount of great employees over the years.
Well, Karen Turner, let's talk a little bit about the food, because that's what's bringing folks back, right?
That's right. Well, we're known probably for two of the main things. It's our coney sauce. It's made from scratch, not out of a can.
Mm-hmm.
It's a recipe that we actually got from the previous owners, and then we've done a few of our own tweaking, our few ingredients, we've changed it up a little bit. But people come from miles around, and people have said, we have never had a coney like the coney sauce that you serve here.
So I got to ask, what's the most popular ice cream you sell?
We have 1 pound sundaes. We have 12 different kinds. And one of them is actually the Buckeye Sundae, which is hot fudge, peanut butter, and real Reese cup. And another popular one is the Turtle Sundae, which is hot fudge, caramel, and roasted pecans.
Well, Karen, where can we find you in the city of Pataskala?
Well, you can find us at the corner of Broad and 310, just on the south side, across from True Value. And our Facebook page is The Dairy Hut, Pataskala, and our phone number is 740-739-7878.
Fantastic. Well, here's the 39 years. Thanks so much. Thanks so much for being on the show.
Appreciate it.
Well, the summer season coming on, of course, a lot of us have those car windows down. You know, some occupations are more prone to having some hearing problems with that window down. We learned more from Greg Van Horsen of Absolute Hearing Solutions. We're turning into the summer months, and I think, one of the concerns, and I know this from the law enforcement side, that you get a lot of wind noise in your ears. Does that cause any particular problems for any occupations or just for people every day out driving?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, a lot of times we have truck drivers that come in and I'll look at their hearing chart and why is their left ear so much worse than the right ear? And then we'll find out they've had the window down. And same thing with law enforcement. They'll have the window down all day long, or drivers are just driving just vans or trucks, they'll have the window down, and that wind noise does cause an additional hearing loss.
You hear these radios that really thump and they're extra loud. How does that affect your hearing?
Other than hereditary is probably the number one reason why people come in here from a standpoint of poor hearing, because it affects a lot of the T's, the P's, the CH's, the higher pitch zones, and it will damage actual hearing. We think about protecting your hearing, but it's more of a long term. Like, oh, my ears are ringing from this loud noise. That's actually a shift, and actually it is damaging your hearing, but over time that'll actually really cause a severe problem with the overall understanding with speech.
So what does it mean about it affecting the T's, the P's, and the H's?
The human ear can hear from 20 hertz to all the way to 20,000. Mainly speech is from about 1,000 to 6,000, and that 1,000 to 6,000 or 8,000, that's where the noise really starts to and the wind noise really starts to damage those hearings. So that's the first thing that goes is, well, they can understand, but it sounds like Charlie Brown's teacher, and noise or distance, or I can hear the television, but I don't understand them. And that's because they're only getting parts of the whole word. And they're missing the T's, the P's, the CH's. So if you have a family member wondering why can they not understand me? They can hear me, but they don't understand me. Well, they're only getting part of that word.
The good news is that they can come here and they can get that solved, and you can give them an examination. I believe those examinations are free, right?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, we can test their hearing to see what speech is actually of the whole spectrum of that they're having the problem with. And the good thing, there's actually a lot of nice hearing aids out there that people that are busy and they're active, that are very small, that people can't even see. So if they want it to be very discreet, they can, or sometimes people's hearing is a lot more, but they still have them make it more discreet so that they can handle all the different levels.
Well, Greg, give us some contact information.
Okay, great. Yeah, they can notify us on their website at www.absolutehearingsolutions.com, or they can call us at the number on the screen.